We even heard several explosions from under the semi-trucks, those tires exploding. Now, just in the last 30 seconds before you guys took us, we saw some huge planes dropping retardant on the flames that have now crossed this mountain ridge over here. We begin with breaking news tonight. President Trump and his family have been removed to a secure location after several gunshots were reported at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. A standoff currently underway in Palm Springs. Residents being told to avoid the area until the situation is resolved. Hello, I'm Athena, Jreij. Palm Springs police got on scene around 2:30 this afternoon, responding to reports of an assault with a deadly weapon. A lot of the mud and rainfall came into this patio area, but you can still see the residue of just how high those floodwaters got. You can also see here in this car. Marina Garcia tells me she had just purchased this car 2 months ago, and unfortunately, when those flames broke out, she tried to run inside, grab her keys. It was too late. This intersection here at Frank Sinatra and Highway 111 has claimed the lives of several people. And with no designated bike lane or CV Link crossing through Rancho Mirage, it's raising questions about what the city is doing to keep residents safe. We continue to follow a developing story out of Providence, Rhode Island, after 2 people were killed and 9 others injured in a shooting at Brown University. Flash flooding creating dangerous roads across the Coachella Valley tonight, with major impacts in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, and Desert Hot Springs, like you just saw there. And just take a look right here. You can still see the remnants of that crash, this wall between these 2 homes, this barrier on Vista Chino, creating a problem for some drivers. For others, they are just breaking right through. I want to show you this sign. She has taken quite a beating. I've been tracking this fire all day, and as you can see behind me, there's really just a few hot spots left in this mountainside here in Moreno Valley. But something I do want to point out, this gate on this trailhead here off Cantabria Court, the fire getting so hot it's completely melted it. You can even see down there where firefighters just broke through to begin their attack on the flames. Now, this fire really affecting the entire Moreno Valley community. When I was at Walmart on my break, several employees telling me they had to evacuate, and now those residents hoping they can come back soon. In the air and on the ground, firefighters battling the Springs fire in Moreno Valley, with flames getting as close as 600 feet away from homes like Cheryl Gleason's.
It's just scary. You don't want to lose your house.
While this neighborhood received voluntary evacuation warnings, Gleason choosing to stay with her home, as she says this isn't her first fire. What's your plan for tonight?
Stay right here.
Stay here.
I'd rather be here with my house than worry if it's gone.
She's one of many in the area who face the difficult decision.
We're praying God will make sure spare our home, spare our neighborhood.
Wait out the flames or leave everything and wonder what you'll come home to.
As you can see, it's right there. So yeah, we're preparing for the worst right now.
Try and water as much as we can and try and, I guess, help slow down the fire in case it does come down. We're gonna continue staying, or unless fire department says otherwise.
Officials say the flames were powered by strong Santa Ana winds and dry brush that served as ample fuel.
That's the largest concern, is the winds. The winds do keep shifting, and that changes the fire direction. And also the steep topography and the rocky terrain makes it hard for our firefighters to access.
As the firefight continues, residents hoping they can return soon.
We don't know for sure our house is going to burn down yet, but if it does, there's really no telling how long it could be gone.
As you can see, this Moreno Valley skyline behind us, not a lot of smoke and not a lot of planes or tankers we are hearing tonight. So, of course, heed all of those warnings for residents who are still evacuated. And like you said, John, that fire burning over 4,000 acres and just 10% contained tonight. Live in Moreno Valley, Athena, Jreij, News Channel 3. I've spent all day waiting here at the Coachella Civic Center, digging for answers on a proposed data center that has had dozens of residents riled up and frustrated with the city's lack of transparency. But after waiting in the lobby for hours, still no questions answered by these city officials.
If there's any plans to move forward, every single step should be known by the community.
Your questions brought me to City Hall. I work with KESQ News Channel 3. I've been trying to get get a hold of the public information officer or the city manager regarding a couple stories I'm working on, but city manager went to lunch. Starting at noon, I was told all officials were out at lunch. Then I came back at 2 p.m. as instructed, and still no one there to answer my questions. Hi. We're back, hoping to see if anyone came back from their lunch. So I waited, as city employees told me the only official who could answer my question, interim city manager Gabriel Gonzalez, was in a meeting. And at 4 p.m., one final notice that Gonzalez had left. Okay, thank you. I appreciate your help. So I called Gonzalez and left him a voicemail. I was just calling because I was hoping to speak with you about a proposed data center. It's a part of a daily process trying to get answers for residents who say the city is more involved in the data center than announced.
It specifically states that the city is going to use its best efforts in order to expedite, in order to rush the planning process.
I've been working to confirm claims that a city municipal agreement to establish their own utility has actually outlined plans for the data center found in this document. And that public utility would be run by private developers, Stronghold Power Systems, and DMK Project Solutions. While the city has offered little comment, sites like datacentermaps.com report contradictions to their claims, like the center could actually extend beyond 400 acres. It's left residents confused and those trying to find answers, like myself, waiting.
They're happening in recorded city council meetings, but that isn't enough for a project and plans that have this much impact on our water, our air quality, our energy costs.
City officials say the data center is still in its early stages, which means we still have a lot of digging to do. Stick with us, the Desert's news leader, as we continue to push for answers. I'm reporting in Coachella. Athena, Jreij, News Channel 3. Geraldine Ramirez is one of 500 activists detained from the global Samud flotilla, along with others like Greta Thunberg. Her family says she was 50 miles from Gaza's shoreline when her boat was intercepted. And now, with little information from federal and Israeli officials, they fear when they'll see her next.
If you're watching this video, I have been kidnapped by the IOF and taken to Israel against my will. Contact my government and tell them to end their complicity with Israel.
The last words from Geraldine Ramirez, a Cathedral City woman aboard a humanitarian aid boat sailing to Gaza, have now come true.
She was bringing help to people that need it. It's like the same thing you feel with anybody else that is in need.
Ramirez's family reached out to News Channel 3 after they say her boat, the Molly, was intercepted by Israeli naval forces.
Even my son mentioned please don't do it. It's, there's risk. We know the situation there, but still, she's been an activist for all her life.
Her mother says she now fears the worst.
I don't know if they're going to be saved, if they're going to be tortured, if they're going to try to make them look bad between, the community.
Israeli officials say the boat entered active war zones and is breaking a lawful naval blockade, but several rights groups have called the move illegal. The family tells me since hearing the news, they've reached out to the FBI, State Department, and U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, but say it's fallen on deaf ears.
They're not giving any information to anybody. That's what he told me, and then hanging up the phone again.
I reached out to the State Department, who said in a statement, "We take our commitment to assist U.S. citizens seriously and are monitoring the situation. The flotilla is a deliberate and unnecessary provocation. We're currently focused on realizing President Trump's plan to end the war, which has been universally welcomed as a historic opportunity for lasting peace." Her mother says a lifetime of activism led her daughter to this moment, and even while in custody, she doesn't think she has any regrets.
I know she doesn't regret it. She's there to help, and she was bringing help to people that need it.
If you are able to have a phone call with her, what would you tell her?
That I love her, and then that hope everything back to normal and she returned home safely.
If you have any information, the family is asking you to contact them at angietorreshomes@gmail.com. We also have that information on our website. And I also reached out to the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, but have not heard back from them yet.
Well, Athena, now this was we first reported on this just last night. Where do things stand as far as the overall effort?
Yeah, so we know that nearly all 50 boats have been intercepted. There's about 2 that we're still watching. That's the Marinette and the McKenna, which are still showing up online and are rumored to have maybe reached Palestinian waters, but a lot of answers we are still waiting for. So it's a developing situation that we will continue monitoring for you. I'm reporting live in studio. Back to you guys.
Okay.